Hello and welcome to our 10 tips to help you find success while job searching. Job searching can be stressful. It can feel very overwhelming, and you may not even know where to get started. That is why we are here to help. Our first tip is to be prepared. Before you even get started with the job searching process, it's important you get the following ready. Otherwise, you'll be left scrambling and feeling stressed. So you want to make sure you have your resume and cover letter updated. Practice filling out a sample application. This is a great way for you to collect any information that you will need throughout the job searching process. This includes your supervisor's name from a past job, the address to your previous high school, any information that you might have to do a quick Google search while you are filling out an application in the future. This will have all the information you will need in one spot, making it super simple when you're filling out an application. It's very important to keep in mind you do not want to leave any of the spaces blank on your application. So you want to collect all of the information you will need ahead of time. Next are your personal documents for once you're offered the job. That includes your state ID or driver's license. You also will need your social security card or a passport. Create a document with professional references. If you're worried that you don't have past work experience, that is okay. Contact a neighbor, past teachers, coaches, even a family friend, and see if they will be a professional reference for you. Have a professional email address. Make sure that your email address has your first name, last name, and numbers if needed. Your email address should include nothing else. Last but not least is your voicemail. If you have a voicemail and it's not set up, make sure you do set it up. If you have a voicemail and it's already set up and you have a greeting, make sure you listen to it just to double check that it's professional. Our second tip is to set goals. Figure out daily or even weekly goals. The job searching process can take a long time, and that is okay. It helps you to stay motivated if you see that you are achieving goals. So start with updating your resume or creating a cover letter. Devote your time that you would actually spend working in the future with tasks that are devoted to job searching. Think about it like this. You're practicing for work. You're setting aside time you plan to work to figure out a work-life balance before you actually start work. Tip number 3 is to know what you're interested in and your skills. Write down your skills. Think about things you've done in the past and things that you're good at. Have you volunteered at the library organizing books? Great, that's a skill. Do you show up to places on time? Great, that's a skill too. Write down the type of job or company that you're looking for. This will help with keywords for job search engines when you're looking for businesses that are close to your home. If you're not sure what you are interested in, that is okay. Consider taking a career interest survey online to help you figure out what you are interested in. Tip number 4 is to study the job description. Do a quick search and take a look at the different ways that a job description is written. It's a good idea to become familiar with job descriptions before you start applying to jobs based off of ones. If you are reading a job description and you come across words you don't know, look them up. Also, don't apply to a job just because the job title matches something that you're interested in. Make sure that you have the skills, qualities, and knowledge that the company is looking for. If certain things are required, like a bachelor's degree or your ability to work the midnight shift, make sure that you meet those requirements. Required means you have to be able to do those things in order to be successful at the job. Preferred skills and experience are negotiable. That means that you do not have to have these skills in order to do the job. It would be nice if you did. So if you do have some of these skills, that's great. If you don't panic. As long as you have the required skills and education, you can still apply. Our fifth tip is to network. Networking means to reach out to people you know to see if they have any insider information about companies that are possibly hiring. So start by asking your family if they know anyone who has a job that you're interested in or works for a company that you're interested in. Networking is a great resource when it comes to job searching, and it sometimes leads to you getting hired. Don't just rely on job search engines or internet postings when it comes to the job searching process. Tip number 6 is to revise your cover letter and resume to each position you are applying to. This can be time consuming, but the more you do it, the better you will become at it. Use what you have learned from studying the job description to help you with this step. Make sure your revised cover letter and resume have the same wording as the job description. If you are applying to the job, that means you have some of the same skills, knowledge, and experience as it's listed in the job description. Make sure that you are also listing those qualifications in your revised cover letter and resume. Our 7th tip is to keep in mind that quality is more important than quantity. It's better that you submit a few really good applications, resumes, and cover letters than a bunch of okay cover letters, resumes, and applications. Here are some things to keep in mind when it comes to quality over quantity. Figure out how much time it takes for you to find a position of interest, to study the job description, to revise your cover letter and resume, and complete the application. It might take you a few hours or even longer, and that's okay. Think about how much time you are setting aside to complete this process and figure out how many applications are realistic for you to complete during this time. Remember, applications are not the only things you will be completing during this time. So make sure that you are giving yourself enough time to complete all of the documents you will be completing. So if you have a goal to complete 2 applications a week, that is great. See if you can do that for 1 week. Then the next week, try to challenge yourself to 1 more application. See what is realistic for you to complete. Tip number 8 is to stay organized. The job searching process can involve a lot of documents and businesses, so it can be really easy to get disorganized. Make folders on your computer's desktop and in your email to keep everything organized. When you revise your cover letter and resume for a specific position, make sure you put the company name and position title in the document name. That way, it's easy for you to pull up when you are submitting the document, pulling it up and printing for the interview, and when you are applying to a similar position in the future. Make a log for yourself to help you keep track of the companies you applied to, the position title, and the date you applied. If you receive a call for an interview, reference your log. If you haven't heard back from a position that you've applied to, follow up. You can keep track of all of this on your job log, along with keeping track of your username and passwords for any job search engines that you have signed up for. Our 9th tip is to check your online presence. Check your social media accounts and make sure everything on there is professional. Also, before you start the job searching process, type your name into a job search engine and make sure everything that it pulls up is also professional. Our final tip is to take care of yourself. Keep a job search and life balance. Take time for yourself. The job search process is something positive, an opportunity for you to start something new. If you find yourself thinking otherwise, that's a good time for you to stop and take a break for a few days. Thank you for watching our 10 tips for a successful job search. Good luck on your job searching journey.